Hi Libra, welcome to your Fool's Journey reading for essentially the year 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out. Hello, which goes to Love and Abundance Tarot. Love and support to him. Check him out. Show him some love and support. This is kind of tricky because for some of these, it just feels situational. For others, it feels like it's a theme for the year. So, but this is, I thought January, New Year, check out the Fool's Journey. Start from there, and then we can travel through the major arcana. So we shall see. All right. Okay, Libra. All right. Did I say that this is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life? Okay, now I said it. All right. Libra. Okay, Libra. So this is the Three of Wands. You can't really, that should be better, right? Three of Wands, okay. Six of Cups. Pretty colors. Queen of Wands. Knight of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Swords. All right, so what's going on with you romantically, Libra? Here we go. Okay, so we got Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn. Okay. So are we talking about a friendship here, or are we talking about a romantic situation? Could be. All right. Something's bugging you. What is it? You've almost come full circle, but what is it? Okay, so you're reviewing the past. Got it. But all right. So you're gonna be is this because you're waiting to see what someone does? Is that why you're kind of like, I don't know? Because I think you want things to progress, but I don't know that your person is stepping up just yet. What's this Six of Cups about? What's this Six of Cups? Justice, so that could be Libra. What's this Queen of Wands about? Seven of Wands. What's this Knight of Cups? Hanged Man. What's this Eight of Pentacles? King of Wands. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay. What's this Queen of Pentacles about here? Death card, that could be Scorpio. What's this Page of Swords? So you want, I think you know what you want, and you might feel like, I want you to want this too. Like, I don't want it to be about me wanting this and you having to think about it or come on board with this. I think this is you. Okay. So are you thinking about what your next move is going to be? Because you're not budging. I think it's because this has been going on long. You've been dealing with this issue with this person long enough, and it's changed you, and it's changed the dynamic of your relationship. And if this is going to work, your person's going to have to want to work on it too. You can't be the only one calling the shots or saying how it's going to be. They've got to basically show up here. Otherwise, it's not going to survive. And this is you realizing that, Libra. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn. So I think you're wanting to get this show on the road, and you're okay with things. You're okay with working on it if your person works on it, but you're like, you know what? This is I know what I want now. And I'm going to give that to myself whether I'm in connection with you or not. I'm not going to wait for you to give this to me, and I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to be in relationship with you while you're unsure about this either. You have to, there's some things that we got to be on the same page on, and we got to want the same things. Otherwise it's a ministry. It's you waiting around and me giving to you and me calling the shots and me doing for you. So I think this is you kind of coming into your own and realizing what you want. This feels kind of similar to Taurus's reading. That's interesting. And if your partner is willing to step up, it very well could be. So for some of you, here's the thing, because you can't, it's, some of your, okay, so the relationship, you have changed, which has changed the relationships. You know what you want now, and you want, what's important to you, you're ready to fight for or to be very vocal about, and just be like, nope, this is where I'm standing my ground here. And if I don't get it from you, I'm going to go after it. Like, because it's about me being fulfilled at this point. I know who I am in a relationship. I know what I want. I know what I want to give. So if you and I aren't in agreement, then this is not the relationship for me anymore. It's shifted from you prioritizing the relationship and then trying to adapt to you knowing what you want. And if the relationship doesn't suit, then you are going to go off and do your own thing. So you kind of put it in those terms with your person. Like, come on, there's a great potential here, but you have to be on board. You have to want the same things. And, you know, perhaps we need to talk about that. But if you're not, then it's not about us being together anymore. Because I don't want to go along in a relationship that's not going to meet my needs. And I don't want it to be about me making it okay for you to go along. You know what I mean? It's like, no, but you have to be on the same page. If your person is awesome, then we don't have a problem here. Because either way, you're at the turning point. This is pretty pivotal, and things have changed. Your person's either going to rise up to those changes, Libra, and join you, or you're going off on your own, doing your own thing. It looks like you are not ending it, but you are ending your... You're not ending it, but it looks like you are not behaving in the way that you used to behave in the relationship, which could, it's going to do one of two things. It's going to make your person want to check out and eventually go away, or they're going to join with you. So it's a very, it's not black or white. You might speak to what you want, but then there's going to be this, okay, I've spoken my piece. And then the Libras that I'm reading for, you're going to start to act as if. Like, it's like you're going to start to behave the way that you want, and you're not going to wait around to get your needs met from this relationship. Like, you're not going to hope that your person's going to suggest this trip or that whatever. If you don't hear from them by a certain time, and I say them, not him, if you don't hear from your person by a certain time, or if they don't reach out, whatever, then you're going to go ahead and make plans with your friends or your family. So you haven't broken up, but you're not waiting around for your person anymore. I would think that it's either or, like, okay, if this doesn't happen, that's a deal breaker. I'm going to go off and do my own thing. But apparently you're still connected, but you're going to do your own thing in the connection. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I think that might lead to some passive aggressive behavior by your person. I don't know, but I because this is you realizing what you want, not wanting to be the way you were, not wanting to have the kind of connection that you had, but it doesn't mean that the relationship's ended. It just means that you've changed and you want differently. You've spoken to it to your person. They seem to be slow to kind of realize or to kind of get on board with that, but that doesn't seem to be slowing you down any. So it's interesting. You're going to be very independent in this connection with somebody. So you're not leaving the connection, but you are doing your own thing. So you're not going against, like, you're not doing anything that would destroy the connection. Like, you're not absconding with all the money, or you're not cheating, and you're not doing anything, dastardly. But you're going to be very independent in and quite possibly from this connection. So it's very interesting. It's usually black or white, either or. Like, okay, this isn't going to survive if this, but this is like, okay, this is what I want, and if you don't give it to me, I am going to do this. With you or without you, this is happening now. I've changed. I know what I want. I hope you want this too, but I'm still going to do this even if you don't. Very interesting. Okay. else for Libra? Also, too, it feels like things are going to... Here's the thing. It feels like you've changed, but it doesn't feel like the relationship is changing. It feels like the relationship is going to be much slower to transform, but it feels like you are going to start acting as if like this new found preference for this, this, and this. You're going to start doing that and moving towards that and acting that and living in that. And your person is going to be much slower to come around to that. It's either going to eventually, you two are eventually going to dissipate and go away, or they're going to come around, but it's going to be a slow progression to coming around. Okay, what else for Libra? It's not going to be right away for them. We got transformation. That's a death card. So this is, things have changed. Whether your person's going to get on board remains to be seen. You know your person, but for you, things have changed. And you don't want to go back to the way things were. You don't want things to be the way they were. It could end up leading to a breakup, to where you two are just, you know, severing ties and things are as they should be. Or your person's going to get on board and want to work on this. And you both are going to be on the same page. But either way, there's no going back for you. And for right now, it looks like you're kind of standing your ground, and you're not, it's not that you're not giving in, it's just that you're not really paying a whole lot of attention. Maybe there's this sort of, it's the darndest thing. You still feel like you're connected, and you still feel like you're treating each other with respect and civility and this and that, but you're not, like, are you not talking to them? Or are you not, like, you're not in communication or connection? Where's we got the Hangman, we got the Page of Swords, we got the King of Cups, we got Justice. Like, it's like, is it you are giving someone time to think, or are you just like excellent roommates? Or, I mean, because it's not that, I know we got the Death card twice here, but it still feels like you're connected to them. It's just that you've changed, and until they're on board with it, you're not really bothering with them. Or it's kind of like you're leaving them alone until, or unless, because you know what you want, and you're like, I'm not going back to the way things used to be. And so you're kind of two ships passing in the night at this point, but there's still not a breakup. Oh. If your person wants the same thing, we don't have an issue here, but it feels like they're either dragging their feet, they just don't know, or they flat out don't want it. But and I don't think you're trying to teach them a lot. I don't think it's about that. It's just that you're not exiting the relationship though either, even though you two are not, and it feels like your person might resort to some passive aggressive or immature behavior. I don't know. Because they might feel like, it almost feels like at some point it almost feels like a parent relationship. This is kind of interesting because it feels like with or without this person's buy-in or, you know, agreement, you're going to do the things that you want to do, and they're not going to like that. So they might start doing some petty things or some, you know, and you're going to try to be civil and rise above it, but that's only going to make the rift bigger, which is not helpful if they want, you know, this relationship to work. I mean, they got to meet you halfway, but I don't know. I got to give it to you. For the Libras I'm reading for, you're being very loyal here, because typically this would be like an open shut, like, oh, we don't want the same things. Okay, bye. But you're willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, or the time and the energy and the effort to explain and just be like, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to start doing, and still stick around even though the person's not on board. So perhaps there's kids involved. Perhaps there's things bigger than just you two in the relationship that you're like, you know, we really got to try and work this out. Even though I want to go do this on Saturday afternoons or whatever, you know, with or without you, I'm still going to go do this on a Saturday afternoon. And I know we used to, but if you don't want to, I'm still going to do it because I still want this and I still want that. And your person's like, well, I don't know if I want that anymore. Well, we're going to have to figure it out because either there's kids involved or there's things bigger than us. And the thing is that this can be worked out, but your person's got to step up. You're not being unreasonable here. So I hope they step up, because it's not like you're being a demanding, overbearing tyrant or anything. They just, your person needs to get, well, they're lacking motivation. That's a nice way of saying they could quite possibly be lazy and they don't want to work on it. What else for Libra? Take the lead. Okay, so we got King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here. Okay, agreed. I agree. Take the lead. But I feel like you have been doing that, and I feel like your person needs to step up more. I feel like you're no slouch. You're not wanting things to stagnate. You're not wanting things to. You're open to change. You're open to things being different. It's, in fact, you kind of feel, for the Libras I'm reading for, you kind of feel a need to have things changed, not just to spice things up and shake things up, but it's come to this. You're like, I've changed. My needs have changed. I want different. It's for the best for both of us. Like, I will be a better partner with these conditions, shifting, changing, that sort of thing. Not being demanding, just like, look, this is what I want now. And I know that sounds demanding, but honestly, you're just like, I really would like more of this or less of that. And it's in earnest and an effort to have a more connected relationship. It's not that it's all about me. It's not like that. Even though it's on those terms, like you've been a good partner, your person doesn't seem to want to make the changes. So this could be saying that, because remember how I was sitting there talking about, it feels like you two are still connected, like you're just excellent roommates or two ships passing in the night, and normally under those conditions, people would just leave. This very well could be saying, get assertive about the changes that you want, and if this person isn't on board, it's time that you don't drag your feet, barring extenuating circumstances. Like perhaps some of you, it's just you can't leave for whatever reason, but it could very well be that, you've given enough time to wait for this person to meet you halfway or to show you who they are. They have, believe them, and figure out what your next steps are. And get to getting. Because you kind of being like, well, I'm still going to go do this whether you do or not. There's no connection there. If you two don't have anything in common, don't do the same things, don't want the same things, don't see yourself in the same spot in 5 years, or even like the same things to eat or whatever, there's not much to build on or to rely on or to go on or to, you know what I mean? And it might be that you think you're being the bigger person or you're just giving them time, but it's kind of controlling. If you're sitting there kind of waiting for someone to catch up to what you want, if they don't want it, they don't want it, and they might not grow into it. So then this becomes about you perhaps severing the connection and going off on your own and doing your own thing for yourself, not doing it and trying to set an example for the other person and hoping they'll join you. No. It very well could be that this connection might have to end, and that this is you getting a shot at the life that you want now. If this person's not going to rise up and work on it and make the changes, then this is about you leaving, not sitting there just kind of being like two ships passing in the night with someone. That's not fulfilling to you. You both deserve better. Okay, all right. You give yourself permission to make some changes if you are not content, if your person's not content, and if, barring extenuating circumstances, if you're able to leave. You are not setting a good example to anyone, your partner or yourself, by sitting there kind of tapping your watch and hoping someone comes around to your perspective or wants what you want. No. Okay. Oh, I already did that one. Okay, all right. That's for Libra. If your needs have changed or if you've changed, that's okay. That happens. But don't try to make someone else change with you if they don't want that. You're just going to be dragging an anchor. Ooh. That's for Libra. Right, we got the Tower. Okay. All right. I have to say that I'm kind of happy to see that, just because this is awareness. This is a shakeup. This is a breakup and a shakeup, and I'm glad for that. Just because I was worried that you were like sitting here just gonna still be, you know, happy and just everything's fine, and keep doing what you were doing. And where is that? Where's my person? They're supposed to be here, and it's like they're clearly telling you they don't want this, and yet you're still expecting of them, and they're either showing you or telling you they don't want this. Things have changed. Your needs have changed. Their needs have changed, or their wants. And that's what this is. This is a relationship that maybe you're trying to act very civilly and figure out what your next steps are, because there has been this upset or this ending, or this is you realizing me and my person are not on the same page. We don't want the same things. This is not an outpouring of love anymore. There's no connection here, and perhaps we're starting to veer apart and go our separate ways. And quite possibly you're allowing for that now, or that you might be allowing for that and recognizing that and being like, you know what, that's okay. We can still be civil. I'm going to do my own thing, but I'm not going to look to you for all the partnery, relationship-y type stuff anymore. I'm going to start venturing out on my own because I know what I want now. I'm not going to be in a connection that I have to drag an anchor. I'm not going to ask a partner to pay attention to me. You know what I mean? What is that? No. Okay, all right. Shutting up. Wow, this is a long one. I meant for it to be much briefer than this. So thank you if you have stayed here this long. I hope you got something out of it. This was kind of a Jeremy Bearimy way to go about it. A windy road. I appreciate you stopping by, Libra, and I hope this was helpful. Love and support to you and your person, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.